Okay, all right, we're back. Back on this podcast, ready to go. This time we have PJ, Paul. Let's call him PJ. But before we do, we're gonna do the customary crack. What are you doing? You doing sugar free or are you doing full sugar?
I'm going sugar free.
Sugar free. All right, I'll join you. I'll just finish the sugar.
I gotta watch the figure, brother.
Let's hear. Oh yeah, you look good. Let's go. Cheers, young man.
Cheers, brother. Good to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Oh, it's great.
Mate, on fire. Good to see you. I mean, it's only been, 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Yeah.
It's Vegas.
Let's go. So, I guess, PJ, I always spoil this part of the podcast, so I'll let you introduce yourself. I'm sure you'll do a lot better job of introducing yourself than I will. But over to you, young man.
I love it.
You look dapper, by the way.
I appreciate that, brother. I'm trying to keep up with you.
Yeah, I
know.
That's easy.
Let's see. PJ Sorbo, Paul Sorbo. Best way to describe it, serial entrepreneur. I've been in the health and wellness space a majority of my career, all the way from the sports nutrition side of retail stores into the contract manufacturing, and then all the way on the brand side as well, kind of distribution through retail, online, Amazon. And then do a little dabbling with our mutual good friend Cam, kind of in the car space, wraps, vehicle tint, PPF. We run a really awesome shop out of Denver, Colorado that Mr. Cameron Saheb started with Advanced Industries. And so kind of all over the board, do a little bit in the biohacking space, a little bit of angel investing, just have a little good time.
Yeah. So on that, right, so you talk about, serial entrepreneurship and all the rest. We're going to go through this whole process, right, of, I don't know, what's your best love story, what's your biggest horror story. We'll go through all of the above. But how about we start with, I don't know. How about we start with, I want to do it opposite. Normally I'll start with, where did you start? What's a good way to start? But I think you're a pro at all that, and we'll get to that towards the end. How about we start with the end in mind of, where's AI today?
Ooh, I like that.
Let's start with that, because we'll get to your story, and because you've got some, you talk about how to get on, how to become an entrepreneur, or certain flags, certain things to look for, right?
Yep.
We can pick your brain about
we'll dive in on that.
How that success story looks, and some advice. But let's go all the way in AI, right? So the reason why I'm touching on that is because you are diverse through different industries. Like you said, you're going from biohacking to distribution to just putting stickers on cars.
Yep.
And anyone who probably would be qualified to talk about AI impact would be you, because you're across it all. Talk me through AI, and I would love your ideas on that.
We're going to start really left field. So we're going to start like deep medical side.
Yeah,
right?
Let's do it.
So I've been involved with a company called Wavi Medical for the last greater part of 7 years.
Nice.
It's put me into some unbelievable rooms throughout the years, right? Had the opportunity to speak at Harvard. I've spoken in front of the Buck Institute on longevity councils. Like, it's been a really, really cool thing. And it's led to a lot of my career path at this point. But through that, we have actually, or the company, the founder, his name's David Oakley. He was a neutrino, or is a neutrino physicist by trade. Way smarter than I am, right? I just get to talk about
good place
stuff.
To be.
Yeah, exactly. Surround yourself with good people, right? Yeah. Smarter people, so you're always learning.
Sir.
And so we've been doing AI for the last 13 years plus.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
What a great place to start.
Yeah, what we do is we do affordable brain scanning. So where you would do a clinical EEG, right, which is picking up the microfrequency off your scalp, we've been doing that, which for the greater part of 100 years, roughly, is how long the technology's been around. Yeah. But it's never been overly affordable or accessible.
Fair.
And that's really what Wavi set out to change. So what would take you 2 to 4 hours in a hospital, the scripting, all of it, we do in 4 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
And the whole idea of that is to move the model more to a preventative model. If we can lower the cost barrier and we can make it substantially more accessible, we can hopefully shift things towards that preventative model. We can't measure what we can't track, right? And then we can't make changes of things that we're not measuring, right? All the way from Oura rings to scales for weight loss to DEXA, all of it, right? Yeah. But the long-term goal of Wavi is actually the deep learning model. So what is Alzheimer's? What is dementia? What is Parkinson's?
Yes.
Right? I'll classify all of those as MCI, or mild cognitive impairment, or just cognitive decline as a whole.
Sure.
But right now we only really measure them when there's a problem. And so if we can collect a mass amount of data, qualified data,
Sure.
what we can then have AI do is go analyze all of that data.
Awesome.
Where you and I could never analyze that amount of data points. And if we could go create archetypes for type 1 frontal dementia versus Alzheimer's, and then we can overlay different archetypes of humans on top of that, right? Maybe Jason's archetype responds best to X, Y, and Z treatment. That's AI where it's really supposed to be used. It's mass data analysis. We can't do that as humans,
Fair.
right? And we'll see where quantum computing goes. We'll see where all of those things kind of go. So I think that's a great use for AI. I think it's going to really overhaul the medical industry. And now we have all of these wearable technologies from Aura and DEXA and Dexcom and all these things that you can look at. And you're going to be able to create this really unbelievable analysis of kind of your personalized health snapshot. And then maybe AI is making recommendations on medications, on data points, lifestyle interventions, all of that kind of stuff where we as humans just don't have that mass processing capability, right? So that's kind of subset 1. Subset 2 is like in our D2C companies, we're using it where we're training AI models to write all of our emails.
Epic.
Right? So if you...
So you're going from saving the brain to
writing email campaigns.
Love it.
To doing all of our texting.
Is that crazy?
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think it's a different premise. No. I think it's mass data analysis.
Yeah.
It's mass feedback. Yeah. I am giving it guidelines. I'm giving it, right? It's operating playbook, for lack of a better term, in which it is increasing efficiency for our work speed, our speed to market, our speed for writing copy, whatever it is.
100%.
Right? Do I think that it inevitably replaces humans? No. It needs guide. Yeah. It needs learning. It needs mass data. Yeah. Right? It still needs bumpers.
Yeah.
But I think it has the ability to do a lot of good in the right way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, maybe irrelevant, but I'll show it out. I'll share it out there. I think everything's a byproduct. I think everything has its place. You look at, I don't know. For example, let's look at email. Email is technically electronic mail. Email put USPS out of business.
Right.
The byproduct of email was e-commerce, and then the most valuable company in the world for e-commerce was USPS because they're delivering to the end consumer. So
right.
I think everything's a byproduct of whatever it may be, and like you said, AI will just have its place. It'll work. It'll help make faster decisions, quicker decisions. I mean, we went from pen and paper to computers for ERP systems and so on and so forth. So now we can have real-time data of our business to make educated decisions. And to your point, AI will help us make educated decisions on, living longer, hopefully, and avoiding all those, like you said, just picking up on all those things.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has its limitations still, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's good at creative thought.
Yeah.
Right? If you're expecting it to come in, if we're going to talk about entrepreneurship, if you're expecting it to come in and write a business model for you, right? Can it give foundational principles? Probably.
Yeah.
But it's only as good, just like our medical data, it's only as good as the data input that it has the ability to pull from.
Sure.
Right now, or maybe forever, that data input can be corrupt.
Yeah. Garbage in, garbage out. Yeah. Yeah.
We as a species, for better or for worse, are corrupt.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So if we are providing corrupt data points, and use corruption as an open definition, right?
Sure.
Whether it's inaccurate, whether it's malice, whatever you want, right? I do still think that there is room for human intervention of that type of data analysis. But I think to your point, right? It's the next iteration. We'll see where it goes. It needs guides. But
where would you like to see it go?
It's a good question, bro. I'd love for it to be a tool for humanity to start solving problems that we've never had the ability to solve.
Okay.
Personal side of things is things like Parkinson's, things like Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. I like to tell this story. I was a science nerd, right? Nice. Little geek, right?
Nice.
Just terrible GPA, which is why I couldn't go to medical school. But there used to be this game. It was an open source kind of. I'm gonna mess these words up, but you'll get the idea. Yeah. You could log into this online database, and as kids or humans or whoever else it is, you could play with folding proteins online, and it's how a lot of protein structures were actually discovered. And I can't name the specific proteins, right? Whether it was, viral chain of HIV or a protein fold, but like you could play with the alpha helix or the beta sheet or whatever, and look at the bonds that it was actually making, and you could see if that was a stable protein structure, right? So that was hundreds of thousands of humans on an open source network doing what AI does now as a single entity.
It's crazy.
So it can run mass calculation on protein structures, cellular communication, multiple data points. How far can we take that? Can we get that to the point where people really do have a true snapshot of what their health is, and that there is a roadmap for maybe dementia, Alzheimer's reversal, for obesity, for whatever these conditions are? I have hope that AI can get there.
Yeah, but I don't think AI will stop us from having a drink at night.
It's not.
It'll just tell you should not be drinking. My Oura Ring tells me, hey man, you need some more sleep. Yeah, I took it off.
I don't even wear mine anymore.
Yeah. It's like, hey man, you should be sleeping tonight. So unfortunately, data doesn't always, you know what I mean?
Causation, correlation.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Like, we are corrupt as a species, right? Sir. Like, hey, we all know that alcohol is terrible for us. There's not a single study that's like, it's going to improve your life. But I will caveat that side note. Do you know what the single number one most validated longevity marker in the world is?
Red wine?
No.
No?
It's your social community.
Oh, social marker. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, it would be. Yeah, of course.
That is the number one thing that correlates to how long you will live.
Yeah.
So what I would argue is you look at these green zones, these blue zones, all of these things where they do drink wine.
Sure.
But it's a sense of community that is built through those activities 100%. That I believe is more positive than the detrimental 100%. Effect.
So what you're saying is, as long as we're having a good time while we're drinking,
a little moderation,
mate. Done. That sounds good. All right, so we'll call it a blue zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, done.
I don't know if Vegas qualifies, brother, but we'll live in that world.
Let's pretend it does. Cheers to that. But we'll social prove it.
Yeah, we are.
So that's phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, look, I look forward to taking that too. Now let's go back. I mean, you speak about winning winning in life. Talk us through that. What does that look like? How does that work? What are the steps? These things don't happen overnight. No. Is it where was PJ between 10, 20, 30? Like, what's this progression looks like? What does it look like?
Well, we'll start early. PJ was a great kid, but never followed the rules. I have always struggled with the concept of rules as a whole. Right?
Like every entrepreneur, that's why they're entrepreneurs, because they're breaking the rules.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to find whether it's the shortcut or the better way of doing it, right? Nice. So like, I didn't believe I should have to do homework if I can set the curve on every test. Like that just... The effort versus the result was no different if that's what I was weighted on. So, you graduate with a 2.2 or a 2.6 or whatever it is, and that's where consequences happen, right? I was dead set that I was going to go to CU Boulder, right? My dad was the VP of sales for Dell at the time for higher education or whatever the official title was, and he knew the president of CU Boulder. I was like, Pops will get me in.
Yeah.
Right? Nah.
Oh, no.
I got a letter back from CU Boulder that said, unfortunately, Mr. Sorbo, we do not believe that you have the necessary skill sets to succeed in this university.
I love that.
Right? Little slap in the face. And I think that's really important, right?
Yeah.
Because consequences are real.
Fair.
And I do believe that is one of the best things that you can learn as an entrepreneur is risk tolerance.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
I love
And risk tolerance I would also define as consequences, right? What are you willing to kind of put up with as a threshold? And we'll get back into that.
Yes.
But that was a great lesson for me of not everything can be shortcutted.
Yes.
As much as you think you can game the system, as much as you think that you can do whatever you want, there are still rules
Fair.
that you do have to follow,
Fair.
right? So I ended up in Grand Junction, Colorado, of all places.
Yeah.
Parents were kind of going through a financial restructuring, bankruptcy at the time, kind of through high school. 2008 housing crisis, the whole shebang, and I needed to pay for school.
Yeah.
I had a passion, for lack of a better term, in fitness. Had the opportunity to go work at a sports nutrition store, and I ended up starting there. I ended up becoming the general manager there. And then one store turned into two turned into three turned into, we had stores all across from Green Bay to Vegas to Wisconsin. I mean,
Holy
dude,
macaroni.
I was living on the road, 30 days a year.
Yeah. Jeez.
Or, 300 days a year, not
Yeah.
30 days a year. And I got this opportunity to learn on someone else's dime. And be a leader in, oh God, dude, at the time I was 21.
Wow.
21 to 24.
Nice.
And we had probably 86 employees between the stores, and we were doing good revenue at the time between all the stores. We were doing about 8 to 9 million in revenue.
Wow.
And I had a great opportunity. I thought that I had owned some equity in some of these stores, and I learned a really valuable lesson early on of operating agreements and legal
Yes.
structures
Yes.
and due diligence and
Yeah.
all of that, right? But I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Sure.
So I end up having a falling out, for lack of a better term. We don't need to go into details. Still the best thing that I've ever been through, right? Regardless of the outcome. I'd just gotten married to my beautiful wife, and we moved to Salt Lake City. And I become a call center rep
Nice.
for this company that I had moved millions of dollars of pre-workout through in my stores. I was going in as kind of like pseudo director of R&D, pseudo, sales VP.
Nice.
I show up, the owner walks back into the company after being non-existent for 4 years. Lets go of everyone.
Oh boy.
And literally puts us all into a call center. Commission only.
Oh, here we go.
I'm like,
Dialing for dollars.
never been unhappier in my life. And it was at that moment that I said, I don't ever want to rely on anyone to be the person that feeds my family.
Fair.
Right? And so from there, you make it work, and this is where partnership comes a long way. My wife paid the bills for a lot of years. She worked in, Texas Roadhouse or whatever else it was to just get us by. And then I became the COO of a sports nutrition brand. At that time, I had started a packaging company with a buddy of mine.
Sports nutrition.
Sports nutrition.
So
yep.
there's a nice.
It's all in here, right?
It's nice.
And I had spent basically our life savings on getting these sample packets made out of China and finding a way to get some sort of a supply chain made so I could send out 10,000 sample units to all my industry contacts. It just so happens that we get picked up from an innovation, company here in Vegas for a massive trade show that I was just here for last week.
Oh my gosh.
Called SupplySide West. And we fly out. We have this little, we had a big 30 by 30 booth. I've never been to a trade show in my life. I walk in and this man that I owe my career, his name's Brian Bear, owns a company called Viva 5, and the story compounds, but he's got a big 30 by 30. We're in Mandalay Bay. I'm staying at some off-site motel because it's all I can afford.
I love this. I love this because we're going to keep going, but you are flying the plane as you're building it.
Oh, dude, that's all it is.
But this is what people don't understand. This is what they don't.
You don't
see
this.
That's right.
You see the end result.
That's right. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's because it's
but I just want to make
point.
sure we highlight that they only see the end result. Sorry.
You are building the plane, and you don't know how to build the plane, by the way. There's no schematic. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
So we show up in Vegas. I got a new credit card. You know, I'm like, all right, I got like $1,100. I think it was a secure line credit card where it's like, that's all I got, right? I had gamified the system with a GDY rate for my hotel. I don't know if I should say that, but that's all we can afford, right?
It is what it is.
So I get these sample packets made. We get them flown in, and we're having a blast. We're in this booth. I walk in, dude, and it's, I mean, Mandalay Bay, right? It's massive. And I walk up to this guy. I've never met him. He's in a suit, this big old booth. And I was like, man, what does something like this cost? And he's like, probably like 150 grand.
Ouch.
And I can't fathom that.
Yeah. You're like, I've got 1,000.
Yeah.
Period. And you're
spent 10 grand on sample units, and that's every dollar in my name.
And you're talking 100 grand?
Yeah, right. Just for this.
Yeah.
We end up winning Innovation of the Year. We end up getting interviewed by Medium Magazine, Whole Foods Magazine, like you name it.
Oh,
bro.
my God.
It blows up.
Oh, my God.
I genuinely believe that's the day my life like really changed, like, or part of, right? It was a principal moment.
No. Yeah. It's not even a turning point. It's another point.
There was a point, right? There was a principal
That's
point there, and it was being willing to take some of a calculated leap.
Yeah.
Right, which is sometimes
when
what
you
you
say
have
some
to
of
do.
it calculated, put all your life savings into it. It was all or nothing.
It was completely uncalculated. If I'm being completely financially irresponsible.
You're like, no, I'm gonna go for broke.
But fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Like, excuse my language,
Yeah.
but like, dude, that sometimes that's the attitude.
But every entrepreneur here, at some point, has to go for broke. Because again, you'll share it much better than me. But if you're not moving forward, if you're standing still, you're going backwards. You cannot stay.
You have to put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of things that anyone in business, it's not just entrepreneurship. There are down days. There are awful weeks, months, quarters. All that matters is you put one foot in front of the other. And it is a game of attrition.
Yes.
That is all this game is, bro.
Definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
It is a marathon.
Sure. Yeah.
And there is fast money.
Sure.
There is quick success.
Sure.
Right? And we'll get later into this story. I'll wrap a lot of this really quickly, but it's a principal point that I don't want to miss over, right? So the first company that we end up signing with is Herbalife Global.
Jeez.
Largest sports nutrition company in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They want to launch us. We're on the phone with Dr. Zhao, the president of Herbalife China, president of Herbalife as a whole. Brian Baer, my mentor, now business partner and very close friend, has always wanted to work with Herbalife, had never had the chance. And they want to launch us in Shanghai. Their first order cadence was about 40 million units, was what they're forecasting, right? And we were on a licensing structure with them, and it was great profitability. I don't have money to set up an industry in China.
Yeah.
I have no legal contacts. I don't even know. I couldn't even afford a lawyer.
Yeah.
When I was going through my original licensing agreement, 41 pages comes over. To this day, I am the only person that has ever done a minority buyout with Brian Baer, for which then turned into almost $1 billion a year company.
Wow.
After our acquisition and a lot of things subsequently. But I mean, dude, I was on Google night after night going through our legal contract, searching each one of these individual clauses to go through 41 pages because I can't afford an attorney.
Yeah.
So I might as well educate myself.
Oh, you have to. Yeah.
What are you going to do, right?
You didn't have AI, so.
There was no AI. It's not like you're uploading it. You're going piece by piece by piece by piece by piece, right? Yeah. So we end up selling a minority stake in the company. It funds the entire Chinese operation.
Wow.
We launch in 2018. 2019 happens, obviously, COVID. But we had a nice little exit from that. And that rolled into a company that Viva 5 had then turned into Grove. Grove, over the next 4 years, acquired, about 30 companies. They grew from about 40 million to just under 900 million in annual revenue.
Insane.
And I had the opportunity to be on a fly on the wall for a lot of it.
Wow.
And learn the due diligence process, going through an LOI, really understanding what made a good acquisition versus a bad acquisition. And I have to give so much credit to Brian and Matt Newman and all those people of being open books. And sometimes small actions will pay dividends later in your life that you'll never understand.
Yes.
I went on one boys'
totally
golf
agree.
trip that I didn't think that, I didn't have the money to go on at the time. I got invited to go to Bandon Dunes, and I remember calling my pops, and I go, Pops, I get invited to go with all the founders of Grove and, all these entrepreneurs, and I don't have the money. And Dad goes, you better find the money. And he goes, because if you don't go on the first one, you're never invited to the next one.
That's right.
And I went out and I met, a guy that sells, $40 to $60 million a year on Amazon.
Jeez.
And he was my entry into Amazon selling Amazon brands.
Yes.
And so when I started, and I had some liquidation events, when I started having some capital that I could look for my own acquisitions, that's a phone call away.
Yes.
And he's got the network and the playbooks and all that kind of stuff. So it's just, I guess the point there is you don't realize the small actions that you take and how important those people are going to be for your
100%.
journey.
100%.
But it takes you to nurture those relationships.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. And you're giving us one example, and I'm sure there's many, and I'll add to that, and I hope you'll agree.
Yeah.
To your point, you're like, hey, Dad, I need to go to this event. I don't have the money. And he's like, find it. But I'm sure there was 10 others that you went to that you probably had money, that you're like, I have to be there. You had money, like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
And you leave, you're like, I got nothing out of it.
Right.
And then you get to the last one, you're like, shit, I've done this 9 times. This is the 10th one. I don't have money. 9 out of 9 with crap. I got nothing. Do I really show up? And then you're like, no, you just have to show up. You have to find the money. You have to show up. Because I think in life, the moment you start expecting a return is the moment you don't get one.
I couldn't agree more.
10 out of 10, you have to go there expecting nothing other than expecting yourself to show up. And then it'll happen. There's no doubt. But you just go without that. I'll give you a story. So 2018, I had to redo our warehouse, right? So I land in America. It's 2014. We just got another facility, 75,000 square feet. We got racking there, and I'm like, I had to rebuild it all. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I was going to buy all the material locally here in America, but at that time, I don't know what happened, but there was a shortage. Everything was so expensive. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to Canton Fair. I want to check it out. I've never been before. I'm just going to go for a walk. Right. So I've had 5 knee operations, 3 ACL reconstruction. My knees are dead, right? I can't walk. So anyway, there is Canton Fair. If you do the whole thing, there's like 7 buildings, and it's probably about 10 miles of walking every day. So I'm 4 days into it. I'm about 60 miles of walking. I'm in the last part of the Canton Fair, halfway through the 7th building, and I'm looking for racking. I'm looking for stuff, and I'm like, you know what, man? This is all hardware, like stuff that you see, because everything's there.
Right.
And this is like the stuff that you see at Home Depot.
Right.
Yeah, nuts, bolts. I'm like, well, this is no good for me. I'm tired. It's like, I think maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm in a foreign country. I can't eat the right food. I'm not feeling it. My knees are killing me. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Out, bro.
I'm like 60 miles. I'm done. This is all Home Depot hardware. Like, Jace, you good? Just call it quits, go home, whatever cards you got, what have you done?
Yeah.
You're done. I don't know why. I think this is, again, we all have this thing inside of us. I'm like, dude, you've walked 60 miles. Just tack on another 2 or 3.
Like, just do it.
Just finish the 7th building, bro. Like, you're going to go home. You're going to find nothing, but it'll eat you alive. I don't know why. It'll eat you alive. You'll be like, why don't I do it? So I'm like, all right. So I walk through. There's a little booth I find. They had like a crossbeam there, for racking.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. What do you sell? Maybe I shouldn't say it on camera, but I'll just pretend. Anyway, I'm just joking. I'm like, do you make this racking? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, we make this for Interlake, the largest American company in America. So that beam in America is like $400, and their price was like $25. So imagine what would have cost me probably $25 million to build. It cost me probably $300,000. So I'm like, great. So I placed an order, finished the racking, the whole facility's finished, and then that little step, then we applied the conveyor system and all the automation and everything else. So that kind of fast forwarded me probably 4 or 5 years, and everything that happened faster, we are so much better off because I just happened to walk another mile at the end of the show. So it was like, I can't tell you.
I think there's a lesson in that I have tried to live my life by.
Yeah.
And everything in business. Anything worth doing is worth doing 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're going to do it,
it's crazy.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, really do it.
Yeah.
If you're going to launch something, you're going to get into social media, you're going to launch do it to the fullest that you can do it.
Yeah.
Give it 100%.
Yeah.
Because if you give it 50, you're going to get 50.
Yeah.
Or less.
Yeah. If you're going to fail, be the best at failing. Because you can't, there's no other way, right?
You're going to learn so much more.
Correct.
I have learned, and I can go through them, I have had more failures than I have ever had successes.
Yeah.
Ever.
And it's funny because, again, what does Michael Jordan say? He missed 100% of the shots he didn't take. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
But you really do learn more. And maybe they create scars, and I don't know what everyone's version of trauma is. I don't know if I really believe or don't believe in trauma, and I have a not a firm stance, but I have an educated background on kind of that statement. But what I do believe is that a broken bone heals more efficiently than
Correct.
when you break it.
Yeah.
I think the same thing happens in business. It's not if, it's when. You will fail.
Yes, that 100% agree.
And I actually encourage it. We have kids, or I have a beautiful daughter now, who is
beautiful.
17 months old, who I love to death. I have a son on the way.
Yes.
And, as I'm becoming a parent and learning this new journey, I'm really thinking about the behaviors that I want to reward.
Yes.
And the way that I want to raise them. And I think a lot of parents, not right or wrong, I think everyone has their own journey. I will never tell any parent to parent anyway, right? But at least in our journey, I want to reward their failures.
Yes.
As long as they put as much effort into it as they possibly could.
100%. Yeah, no, there is no better lesson than that. So we met on a supercar cruise.
We did.
And it's funny because Lonnie, obviously, she was here earlier. She's, in Colorado racing up Pikes Peak and all the rest. I mean, talk us through that. You clearly have a passion for, you clearly have let's not go into this, but you clearly have a passion to go really damn fast.
I mean, I like adrenaline.
Let's not touch on that because you guys are breaking a lot of rules in those 4 days. A lot of rules.
Remember rules?
Yep.
Not always great at them.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, we're not breaking rules. You're shattering those ones.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother story. But yeah, talk us through it. I mean, you guys have got beautiful cars. I mean, you and Cam have got two beautiful R8s.
Yep.
What a great event. Talk us through that. I mean, you guys
are
Automobili
Rally
sponsors there, right? All above.
Yep. So Cam, let me give it a little background. Life friend, right?
Yes.
Boy, ride or die. Cam Saheb, another just I hate saying rags to riches, but like a true entrepreneur.
Yes.
So Advanced Industries started as a little mobile auto glass.
Beautiful.
Van, right? And now he has turned this into, basically one of the nation's top PPF and or vinyl / auto glass installation facilities, and I genuinely believe in the United States.
Yeah.
I have the pleasure of running kind of all of our business development, a lot of our kind of wholesale work, all of that kind of stuff. It's always a blessing to do business with your friends.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to cough. Hold on. Excuse me. So we, I'm actually going to back up before that. I'm in high school, been a car freak my whole life.
Yeah.
Love cars. I think they're beautiful. I'm a European guy, you know me.
Yeah.
I love my Audis, my
Yes.
VW.
Yeah.
And first car I ever bought was a 2003 Audi A6 2.7T.
Nice.
If you know the motor, you know it was not known for reliability.
Oh, no.
The week after I buy it, both of the turbos blow.
Because they are a twin turbo full drive,
Twin turbo
right?
2.7,
yeah. Oh, boy.
If you don't know, to redo the turbos, you have to pull, there's two ways, drop the subframe or pull the entire motor out of the car, tranny, the whole shebang, replace the turbos, inlet pipes, the whole shebang. It's about 18 grand.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't have $18,000 in high school. Dad had helped with the car.
Yeah.
I had saved some money for the car, right? And so a friend of mine owns this car company. His dad owns this car company called 303 Motorsports. 303 Motorsports was one of the nation's like premier exotic performance shops, like before their time. I go up, take the car in there. It's in limp mode, but I'm driving it up. That's all I got, right? And I get it in. Scott Simpson, who you have met, is one of the kind of co-owners of 303, pulls the car and he goes, I got bad news, bud.
Yeah, and in Scott's way.
Yeah.
I got bad news.
It's Scott's way, right? It's, I got bad news, bud. Both your turbos are seized. We're going to have to replace the whole thing.
Jeez.
And I'm like, dude, I don't have the money.
Yeah.
I got nothing. So he makes me a deal. And he offers for me to work off the labor.
What?
Oh, dude. Scott is just the best, right? That car ends up being built as we put the RS4 KO4s in it, upgraded intercoolers, upgraded injectors. I am 16 years old, and I have a car that puts 540 horsepower to the wheels.
Insane.
Is it dumb?
Insane.
I got pulled over going 126 in a 65 the next week.
Why am I not surprised?
Wow, shocker. 16
surprised?
years old. Yeah, not a good thing to do, right? So years later...
So nothing's changed.
Oh, nothing's changed. Years later, I get reconnected with Scott.
Yes.
I had built I love the B9 platform of the RS5s, the RS4s, the whole shebang. It's just a great car. So I had built one of the first ABT RS5s here in the States.
Okay.
And that car had put like 760.
Jeez.
It was unbelievable.
Jeez.
Just a rocket ship of a car. Scott goes, dude, I've been begging you for years to come on this thing called Automobili.
Yes.
And what Scott has done a really great job of is curating a really unbelievable group of individuals, right? Entrepreneurs, business owners, car fanatics, and it doesn't matter if you drive a Fiat 500, which we love.
Yep.
Or a Lamborghini Huracan STO, or we've had Sennas.
Yeah.
We've had it all, right?
Yeah.
And it's just a whole bunch of people that get together. So we drive up through the mountains of Colorado for 3 or 4 days. It's a whole bunch of lifelong friends at this point, a mutual friend of ours, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And so you and I got to meet on that. But Cam has sponsored the rally now for the 3rd year in a row.
Yes.
And so him and I I have a 2017 R8 V10 Plus.
Beautiful.
He has a 2020 one of one Miami Blue R8 that is stunning, and it's VF supercharged as well.
Yes.
And they're just crafted well.
Oh my gosh. And they sound so epic when you guys are ripping them together.
They're dumb loud.
Yeah.
It's a good little V10.
Yeah, I mean, a side note, you had that crazy livery on it this year. Yeah, super cool, man. I guess you can do that when you own a wrap shop, right? You can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You just have a little bit of fun. We had our buddy that put his cat on the side of the car, his 992 Rob, who's his car, one of his F40 builds is here at SEMA.
Yes.
But it's just great. And I think the point, right, to bring this full circle is you never know who you're going to meet.
Yes. And here we are.
And it's led to this. And an unbelievable friendship that I am so thankful for.
Yeah, fucking random as hell, but
cheers to that, brother.
Cheers to that. And to your point, it was, to your point, it was random. So buddy's like, come and join. I'm like, sure, whatever. I like nice cars. I like fast cars. I've never been to Colorado, and I hear so many good things about it. And the rally, oh my gosh, goes through the most beautiful places, right?
Oh.
Like, I mean, stunning. Like,
the roads are unbelievable.
I don't know the names of the places we went to. You could probably name them for the people.
Yeah, Telluride, Aspen, Crested Butte. I mean, we're all over.
Yeah,
but it's the back roads.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
we're not
that's what I'm
taking
saying.
Highway 7.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so, the first year I'm like, oh, wow, this is phenomenal. So even like coming back the second year and a third year and a fourth year, oh my gosh. So, it's crazy. And to your point, like the advanced industries boys are there. They're working on all the cars. I mean, I think we were talking last night. I mean, talk about, starting from just mobile windscreens to wrapping, SP3s now? Like, I mean, what's that, like a $6-7 million car? And
one of
Cameron's team's wrapping it, or your team's wrapping it. You know what I mean? Is that crazy?
I mean, it's fully blue carbon.
Yeah.
One of our unbelievable clients he's had the opportunity to be, probably top 20, 50 clients of Ferrari in the world. They were actually over. They just did the unveiling of the SC40. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah,
so
I did.
Yeah, so that's actually. We've had some opportunities to look at some unbelievable cars. The SP3 that we had a chance to do. We just had the new spec of the Revuelto with the actual color shift green, the metallic green. If you haven't seen that in person, oh, dude, it's stunning, and it's been a really cool thing as a car lover, as a car guy, being able to work with your best friends and build a team and do events like this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, dude, that's a dream come true, right?
100%. And I guess, like you said, just want to make sure people understand it's earned, it's not given. That they just got to know, like, you got to go over the ups and the downs. And I guess it makes it easier when you're doing the ups and downs with your friends. You've got people around that, to support you. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But, it's going to happen, right?
I will nail 1 point home. And I don't know how we are on time.
Let's do that in closing. Let's hear it.
I'm going to nail one. It is always about the people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the product is. It doesn't matter what the service is. You cannot build anything to the lengths or to the degree that you can by yourself.
True. That
you can with the right people and the right network in your corner.
Well, you, my friend, of all people, have definitely nailed that.
Yeah?
So I thank you. I thank you for joining us. I thank you for just open heart, friendship, all the above. I mean, I can't say on camera, but even just what happens off camera and the other camera man and everything else you've done for me. I thank you so much. So
I'm so excited for tonight. Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, of course,
it is a pleasure.
Of course.
And
so,
to future memories.
Yes, sir. This is PJ. This is over and out. Thank you so much. And we'll go from there.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, man. Thank you.